GTA 6 broke the internet yesterday, and it's because a brand new report came out by Bloomberg that gives us big new details, including the fact that the game is going to feature the series' first ever playable woman protagonist. However, I'm here to tell you today that GTA 6 is not the first Grand Theft Auto game that actually allows you to play as a woman, and I'll explain in a little bit. So the report says that there will be a female protagonist, going on to say the game will feature a playable female protagonist for the first time, according to people familiar with the matter. The woman is a Latina and will be one of a pair of leading characters in a story influenced by the bank robbers Bonnie and Clyde. And in that same paragraph said developers are also being cautious not to punch down by making jokes about marginalized groups, the people said, in contrast with previous Grand Theft Auto games. So based on the reaction I've seen so far, I did not expect a female Latina main character to be so controversial. But apparently it is. Definitely let me know what you guys are thinking about in those comments down below. And as Jason Schreier said there, he stated it would be the first GTA game to have a playable female protagonist. That's actually not true. Now, it requires you to kind of be a GTA nerd, because in order to know this, you would have had to play the first Grand Theft Auto game. It's literally called Grand Theft Auto, and it was only released on PC and PlayStation back in 1997. And the game gave you a list of characters you could choose to play as, which included not just one, but 4 different women: Divine, Mickey, Katie, and Ulrika. So in case you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, let's go through them right now. This is Divine very quickly. She has black hair, a yellow shirt, black pants, and black shoes in game. And you can see this is what she looks like. We also have Mickey. Mickey has brown hair, a yellow shirt, brown pants, and black shoes in game. You then have Katie, who has brown hair, a yellow shirt, red pants, and black shoes in game. And then you've got Ulrika, and she has blonde hair, a yellow shirt, bright red pants, and orange shoes in game. And judging by her name and appearance, she is of Scandinavian/Germanic origin. Now, fun fact that you might not have known for all the female protagonists in the first Grand Theft Auto game, they're actually based on different films. So for instance, Divine's costume and design is based on Mayday from the James Bond films. Mickey is actually based on Machiko Kayo's films, and Ulrika is based on Britt Ekland's leather look. So even back then, Rockstar was trying to make them based on iconic women that we had seen in films, movies, and TV shows. Now, in case you guys have never played the original Grand Theft Auto game, these 4 women weren't voiced. So picking them didn't change anything in the game. And they, like the other protagonists in the first GTA, didn't really have any personality. Other than their names and their characters' portraits, you really couldn't tell if you were playing as a woman on account of the game's limited visuals and top-down view. But technically, yes, you could play as a woman in Grand Theft Auto all the way back to the late 90s. Now, the next game in this series also let you play as a woman in GTA 2, but specifically the Game Boy Color's port of Rockstar's open world sequel. So this version of the game included 2 more women you could play as, Candy and Gretchen. So this Candy has no connection to Candy Sucks from GTA Vice City, but I'll show you guys what she looks like right here. This is the one picture we have of her so far. And then you've got Gretchen, who looks less than pleasant right now. I don't know why they made her look so horrifyingly creepy, but they did. So those are the 6 women that you can play as in those early Grand Theft Auto games. And like the first 4, these 2 had no real personality or differences from the similarly blank male options. And like before, once you selected them and started playing, it would be nearly impossible to tell you were playing as a woman in game, but it still counts. And I guess you could say that even Grand Theft Auto Online, you could call her GTA's most famous and fleshed out female protagonist yet, you can play as a girl. And although you don't have any dialogue options, you do get to choose how they look, and you can specifically tell it's a woman. So even though it's a low bar to clear, GTA Online's female protagonist is also the franchise's most developed. Now, there have been some incredibly strong female characters that just haven't quite made their way into the main protagonist role. I mean, if we just look at it more recently with Red Dead Redemption 2, you had some incredibly strong female characters, the likes of Sadie Adler. You also had Abigail Marston. They were significant parts of the game. Grand Theft Auto 5 had significant female characters that shaped the story, and same with Grand Theft Auto 4. So there have been amazing female characters in the Grand Theft Auto series. There just hasn't been a female character that we've got to develop a personality for and that we've gotten to be able to know their story. Because the first 6 didn't have any personality traits, and our GTA Online character, that's obviously just a multiplayer character that we kind of role play as. Rockstar wrote no story for that other than kind of the adventures we go on in Grand Theft Auto Online. And Rockstar recently wouldn't be the first video game developer that's trying to dip their toe into adding females into their game. You guys might remember, or if you've played Saints Row 1, Saints Row 2, that's when they started adding the ability to play as a female character, including Saints Row 2 having some really interesting dialogue lines and having their own personality for the character. I don't know how many of you guys have played some of the recent Assassin's Creed games. They give you the option to play right off the bat as either a guy or a girl. So I think Rockstar's finally dipping their toe into this. I mean, people have been asking for this for a long time. And if these reports are to be believed, which I did get some questions about that, Jason Schreier is one of the most reputable and reliable sources out there, not only on Rockstar news, but video game details in general. So he is 100% believable. And although it's not officially coming from Rockstar, I'm going to say it's pretty much all but confirmed. So I'd love to hear from you guys in those comments down below on 2 accounts. Number 1, did you know about this? That the first 2 Grand Theft Auto games actually had 6 playable female characters. I say that lightly, but technically they did have female characters that you could play as. And do you think a female main character can work in GTA with the likes of CJ or Tommy Vercetti or Michael or Nico Bellic or Franklin or Trevor? Or do you think it's a bad idea and Rockstar shouldn't go through with it? Let me know what you guys are thinking in those comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys down there, or you can reach out to me on my Facebook page where you can send messages, photos, videos, and a whole lot more. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.